Hey, what's going on, guys? Just turn the stereo off there because YouTube will have a freak out. So I've got a little more painting going on here. As you can see, I got the wheels all dolled up. Yes, I did the wells too. I got center caps here. Still gotta hit these with pearl. I literally just pulled these wheels off the back. I got this thing tarped over because I was spraying last night and I never even thought of it, and I covered the whole car in overspray because it misted the whole shop out. So I've got the fan set up tonight, and I should be able to wash it off. It should be all right, but you know, whoops. Anyways, we've gone nuts here. 1 minute. There we go. I've gone nuts. Apparently I missed a spot, but anyway. Sprayed most of this pretty hard with black paint. Just gonna there we go. That's all there is to it. Like I said, I'm not trying to impress nobody. I don't want to have it like obviously a pile of garbage. So just, you know, just rebuild it with this can of spray paint here, and magically everything will end up looking brand new. See, like, look at that. Isn't that better? Can't tell me it's not. I'm just going right over the dirt. I'm not even phased. Anyway, that's that. So that's all I'm doing, and I'm just gonna go in there and fire it with the pearl stuff. This, I just gotta slap some paint on. I've just been using this engine paint. Stuff's expensive. It's like 28 bucks a can. And I've gone through a lot of it. But anyway, this is what I've been using. It's this gold flake stuff. A lot of people switch to caps on these things and you end up with a flat gold. So I don't really care either way because I'm putting my own pearl on top anyways. This stuff is actually thicker. It's thicker pearl than what is actually on the car, like on the paint. The stuff on the paint is a lot finer. So I'm really happy I ended up grabbing that bag for the car and this bag for this stuff, because this makes this stuff pop like crazy. This wheel here I set aside. The pearl is nowhere near as thick as that wheel, and it looks really kind of weird. I'm almost kind of nervous I might not have enough to get all this done. So I'm gonna focus on the faces and then see what happens after that, because I went through a lot doing all this stuff. These didn't come out the same because I had a stupid idea, which was to literally just throw the pearl at wet paint, and I thought it would come out looking a little bit better than it did. But anyways, it is what it is. That's what it's coming out as. It pearlized pretty good over here. And it looks pretty cool. That's like what I was going for, but it's too thick what I threw on there, and it was gonna take way too much paint to smooth out. Now, with a few coats of clear, like straight clear, I should actually be able to get it to come back. So that's what I'm gonna do. This one here is gonna be seen through the hood, so I wanted this to look exactly like it does. It just needs a little more clear on it because you can still feel those pearls. You can feel the nicks in the paint. So a couple more coats on that. I'm gonna tape these guys off, hit it with the base, and then by that time the rest of it should be dry. And then I'll probably do a very light coat on this stuff. Mainly, I don't care about getting any clear. I just want to get as much pearl on there as I can, because I've wasted a lot. This stuff really didn't spray good. I must have missed it or something, or maybe Amazon sent me the wrong stuff, but this stuff's been a nightmare to spray. It's clogging up in the gun and it's just a pain in the rear. So I'm gonna start off by doing this stuff, getting the base on, letting that dry. While it's drying, I'm gonna hit another clear coat on that and get that dialed, and then hit these with clear coat, hit those caps with clear coat, and then I can focus on hitting pearl on the stuff that needs pearl. I've got a can mixed up all ready to go back over here. I think this one is, oh, well, that sucks. Put it right in the paint. This one here is straight clear, and this one here is the pearl. You can tell. So this one's already mixed, ready to go in the gun. That's straight out. It's been mixed with acetone. It's all ready to go. That's just an empty, I guess. I guess I got a couple of empties here. Get them out of the way so I don't confuse myself. Bring all these caps. It's stuck to the table, whatever. So I got that one's clear, this one's straight clear, this one is mixed already with acetone. I just put that stuff in the gun. That stuff still needs acetone. I've got more up there, but I'm getting low. I've only got one can of clear left, and I got a funky feeling I'm going to use about all of it and possibly need more. I feel like I'm going to be doing more of this tomorrow, but it is what it is. I was really hoping to start fitting everything together, but reality is this stuff is going to have to dry before I can start monkeying with it. I've got to grab this, obviously, and I've got to clean these holes out because that's a horrendous mess. The O-rings are still in there, so I've got to pick the O-rings out and try not to screw up the paint while I do that. I really should have taped them off, but ain't nobody got time for that. I'll just stick the brush in there, and if I scuff the paint, I scuff the paint, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna start taping these tires off here, and then I'll start laying on the rest. I'd start doing the Pro right now, but I got straight clear in here, so the only thing I could really do is maybe hit that wheel with a coat of clear, but I gotta get everything first. So I'm gonna hit the base and then go from there. Alright, what's going on, guys? So done some more work on the car here. I've got the headlights are in. They're not in for good, but just test fitting them just to see how they look. They're not too bad. Got the plenum and all that stuff on. A little bit of orange peel coming up in the paint, but whatever, what can you do? Got this side back together. Got the CV axle put back in. The boots are good on it, so I just slapped them back in. Did a quick oil change on it, new oil filter. Smashed the oil filter when I swapped the motor, when I had the motor out and swapped the tranny. But anyways, got it all tightened down and new pin in there, and hopefully the alignment's not too wackadoo, because I mean, I really didn't change anything per se. I just had the CV axle out, so I'm hoping it's good. Got my camber adjusted on the coil here because you can tilt it, so I've got that set where it was before, and then I've got the other CV axle right there. I gotta tear the boots off and change the boots on that one because they tore. Well, they didn't tear yet. This is just from popping the thing off, but it wore a groove right here, and it's not all the way through, but it's close enough. It was wearing right on this edge here too, so I was just like, yeah, I'll just change the boot, but I'm waiting for a clamp tool so that I can put these band clamps on here, and then I can get the new boots on and the grease. That's why I only got boots from one side. But anyways, when I get more exciting stuff going on, I'll make another video. I've got the all the parts here. I got like the front lip and all that stuff ready to go. Got a new heater core up there and a bunch of other parts. Forget what all's in there, but there's quite a lot of junk. It's an absolute mess in here. I've got some speakers. I think these are 6.5s. And then I got some 6x9s, nothing crazy, just, you know, something. That's my other axle boot. Got some new lug nuts. Got a new heater core, because I think mine's probably plugged. There's a mouse nest in the dash, so I have to pull the dash. The clutch pedal nut on the top and the firewall broke off, so I'm gonna have to re-weld that. So it's just kind of good timing to yank the dash and clean that mess that's under there. Too much work on this shell? Yeah, definitely. This is like ridiculous at this point, but hey man, it is what it is, right? But it looks sick when it's like out on the road. All right, what's going on, guys? So I figured I'd make an update on this pile of crap. I've got most of the trim and all that kind of crap on there. I've got the bottom trim and the rocker panel cover side skirt thing. I've got some paint on the rotors, as you can see. Is it like the best job? No, definitely not. But it is good enough. So that's what we're gonna roll with. Still gotta get the CV axle into this side. The axle is right there. I gotta put a new boot on both. Got boots over here. So I just gotta use this tool here that I got. Got this thing here. Yeah, to hell with that. Obviously, I don't think these band clamps are going to work at all for what we're trying to do, but maybe on an inside boot, but I think this is more for like the ATV. Anyway, all we care about are these. So now I can go ahead and fire on these band clamps and get these CV axles on. Good grief, they packaged this a little too good. Anyway, so there we go. So now I got the tools to do that, so I can get the driver's side axle put in. Don't mind the massive mess, but I mean, when you're doing a bunch of stuff at one time by yourself, that's just kind of how the shop starts to look. These are the headlights I'm gonna rock. Obviously, I still gotta put the bulbs in and stuff, but I got all new bulbs for everything. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna start doing is getting the bumper mounted up tonight and get the mud flaps and stuff on. I still gotta go to Canadian Tire and I gotta get some 3M Gorilla Tape so that I can put this stuff on, because this still isn't on. And then I've got the rain guard things for the windows. As you can see, like, the car is literally filled to the brim with crap. Like, I've got 4-channel amp, I've got speakers, I don't even know what this is, actually. I don't know what these are for. Well, shoot. And everybody always talks so highly of Bose. Well, like, what the fuck is that, bro? Like, that's gotta be... That's about as small of a magnet as I've seen on a Mazda 3. It's just overpriced garbage, man. Alright, what's going on, guys? So I figure I'd make a little update here on what I got going on. I've got these 08 style Maxima mirrors, or Altima mirrors, slapped on. Working on pulling the dash right now. Just gotta get the cluster and get all this stuff off. Probably gonna pop the steering wheel off and get that out. I've got some 6.5-inch speakers up front here. I've got 2 more for the back door speakers. I'm just waiting on the spacer rings for the back doors. And I've got 6x9s for the rear deck. We've got a, I forget what brand it is. I think it's a Blue Punked. Yeah, Blue Punked 1700 watt AB amp. It's a 4-channel, and that's gonna be for the door speakers, obviously. I've got this amp over here. I forget what it's actually rated at. It's a Phoenix Gold. It's a big one. Not the biggest in the world, but got that one. And this is a 2-channel amp. It was running on 40 amp fuses, but I couldn't find any 40 amp fuses, so I just threw 230s in, and I don't think I ever had the gain up too loud anyway, but that's gonna change. All right, what's going on, guys? Making a video here just to update on what's going on. Just shutting the radio off. Figured I'd make a quick update on what the hell I've got going on with this pile of crap. So pretty much I've got the exhaust chilling over here. It's ready to go back on. I just got to throw new gaskets on there, which I have up on the wall ready to go. So new gaskets, a little bit of RTV, and they're ready to hook up. Touched on the rear exhaust hangers, so the mufflers won't fall off now. As you can see, the back is down on the ground. We've got the wind covers on. I've still got to put this mirror on and then put the other cover on. I've got a new AC condenser in the front. I've got a new expansion valve in there. There's a new evaporator and a heater core. We've got new heater core lines on there. Went ahead and did the slave cylinder. I've got a Nisformant stage 2 clutch, JWT flywheel. I think it's got a Nissan throat bearing in it. Not sure. I forget what I put in. I've got a new master. I still got to put that in. Show you guys what was going on. So I actually had to do some welding on my clutch pedal mount. I'm not going to show you because it's pretty bad, but I've got most of it put back together though, so pretty well. I just got to swap that master cylinder, and then I can fire the clutch pedal back in, and then the dash can go back in actually. As you can see, I've got the hub on here, so I've just got to get the NRG cruise control relocation kit so that I can change my maps on the tune. And then I'm just going to get an NRG steering wheel for it. I'm going to get NRG seats at some point, and I'm going to test fit them in this car and like weld the rails and stuff to fit this car. And then when this car is gonzo, we're going to rip them out, just unbolt them and bolt them into the other car. Because this is just a copy paste. Pretty much this is a demo car, and whatever you see here is more or less just going to be just farted onto the other one. Yeah, you can see the pearl in the paint there. Really ain't bad. There's obviously like polish and stuff. It needs to be washed, but yeah, it's still pretty sick for what it is. I haven't gotten the taillights in the back yet. I still gotta tint the outside ring because that drives me nuts. So I'm gonna get rid of that because it just looks goofy. So I'm gonna fix that, and then that'll be that issue done. Besides that, pretty well everything's ready to go. Up front here, I just got to get the LEDs put into the headlights and the signal lights, and then I've got to get my fog lights put in. Besides that, the front bumper's ready to go on. Oh yeah, the forbidden soup. All right, what's going on, guys? I figured I'd do an update here on the Altima as to what's going on. Got it ripped apart again. Went to do spark plugs, and I discovered my valve cover is leaking in the spark plug tube seal. Now I did do the K20 spark plug tube seal mod, I guess you could say, but that's started leaking now too. So I've got a set of these aluminum valve covers instead. I got them off Amazon. I've seen stuff online. I've seen good reviews and whatnot. So we'll see how it goes. The seals seem pretty good. I think they're replaceable too. But I also got Felpro gaskets and stuff for it right there. Got a new alternator on here and the AC compressor. Also did the thermostat, which is like built into the housing. I just painted it gold to match the rest of the rice. Obviously the valve covers are going to be red. Got this wheel here. It's NRG. Move that out of the way. It's a suede wheel, so. Oh god. I've got a touchscreen, Apple CarPlay stereo there, some Amazon coil packs or ignition coils. We'll see how long until they crap the bed. My brother and I, my little brother, we got the clutch all bled, so this is all ready to go. Got a NIS Formant CH2 clutch in there with a JWT flywheel. And then like new throw up bearing and all that stuff, slave cylinder. Still running the rubber line, but I have just a steel line. I don't have any of the dampeners or anything in the clutch. I had bought a couple of those stainless steel ones and they exploded, so just got some, I don't even know what brand these ones are. I think they're Pile off Amazon. They're pretty crap, probably gonna blow them pretty quick, but so I'm running an amp. I've got this here, but I'm waiting for the NRG relocation kit for the cruise control. Got the dash back in though, surprisingly. So that's all in. Still got a few screws and whatnot to put in there, but most of it is all done. Not too much more to throw together. Got the passenger mirror over there. I still got to put that in there. Still got to remount the holes. I got to drill different holes too. My little brother put the speakers into the back doors, which is excellent. Now I got speakers back there. Just got to do the speakers in the rear deck. But it's coming along pretty good in there. I'm not sure. I might get rid of this chrome on like around the gauges and around the shifter and whatnot. There's also chrome on the reverse lockout. Sort of thinking about doing something, but I'm not sure yet. I may just leave it. I feel like I'm getting a little too overboard with it. Got the radiator here. Of course, the drill died. Got this little drill powered thing and some aluminum polish. And just polishing up the old radiator here. Obviously, got a long way to go yet, but it's way better than it was, because that's what it looked like before, and I've gotten it, you know, not all the way there, but sort of, and that's all I'm doing. So just gonna get it kind of shiny, slap it back in, and once I got all this crap, I still got to tighten the bolts up and whatnot. I got a power steering belt here I got to slap in there, so really hoping that tensioner isn't all rotted to crap. I'll be able to sauce that in there. Got to rewire these low beams too. My car had Xeons or whatever the hell you call them, HID, whatever. Got to switch them out, so I'm gonna stick a new plug onto that, probably like an H11 plug, and I'll just change out the harness on the car. But this thing's gonna be pretty snazzy when it's all done. Once I get these ugly valve covers off of here, it'll be pretty beauty. I thought it was gonna look better than it did, and I think putting the gold on there made it look really crappy, but got these red ones here, so I'll sauce the red ones on, and that should fix all of the issues. Besides that, we just really need to wash the engine bay and get all this dust from sanding and whatnot off. So a nice hose down, and that should help quite a bit. Pretty well everything else is hooked up and ready to go. The only thing I need to change is this rubber fuel line right here. It's cracked and whatnot from the sun because there's no windshield cowl. So I've got some fuel line right here actually. I gotta fire that on there.